Hey guys, welcome to yet another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. So today I'd like to run or talk a topic called dating Nigerian men with respect to your age. Yes, you listening to me with respect to your age. Okay, now listen. I know when we talk about age, for we Nigerians, we know age matters in some aspect of life, especially when it comes to relationship. But for women in the West, it's like, huh? It doesn't matter. What are you saying? I met a Nigerian man half my age on social media, and he said he loves me, and I'm going to Nigeria. We are going to get married. But the problem is, in few years, you may look for another Nigerian man to cry on his shoulder, who in turn later also make you cry because you've refused to listen. And that is why I want to make this video talking about dating Nigerian men with respect to age. So what's this video all about? I will be looking at women from different age or ages, as the case would be, and how their relationship with Nigerian men, or what relationship with Nigerian men means like for women around this age. So we're looking at women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. And we will compare how Nigerian men see women around this different age range. We'll look at some variables like desirability, when you deserve, scam percentage, and also true love. These are the three variables we would use to see or look in depth on how Nigerian men see women within this age range. So the first we'll start on women in their 20s. So this age, especially women who are within their 25 to 28, this is the peak age for most Nigerian men, especially when they're looking for a woman. 25 to 28 is the perfect age when a Nigerian man is looking for a woman. In fact, the women in Nigeria, a lot of them want to settle down before they get to 30 or cross that 30 margin, because they know that once they get to 30, it becomes harder. Now, it becomes harder not because their value has fallen, but it's just how picky and selective Nigerian men are. And that's why women, once they get to that 25 to 28, they want to settle down if they meet the right partner. Nigerian men find these women around this age desirable because, one, it's easier for them to build together. For instance, a man who is 33 married to a lady who is 25, in 10 years after they've worked together as a couple, in 10 years the lady is still 35 and the man is 43. They're both still young with kids. So it's easier to build together. Also, there's no problem or complications as regards reproduction. The younger, the better. And also adaptability. It's easier to adapt to changes, especially with this age for most Nigerian men. And most importantly, they are considered fresh. And then the usage percentage. Usage percentage in the sense that women around this age, they've not been into like married to one or two men, or being into different relationship, or having kids for different men. So these things are put into consideration why Nigerian men also show interest in women around this age in their 20s, 25 to 28, the peak age. Also, to support this statistically, it's important to also understand that Nigeria and Africa as a continent have the youngest population, especially Nigeria, where around 70% of Nigerian youths are under the age 30. So this means most Nigerian men will show strong desire for women in their 20s. Very important. Now, what about the scam percentage? I've been doing this job for years, and I can't remember handling a case of a lady in her 20s who came to tell me that, oh, she was scammed money or romance scam, something that has to do with that. I can't remember, because the truth is that women around this age, especially women in the West around this age, they mostly try to date or have relationship with men from their culture before they even try to look at Nigerian men. Whenever you see Nigerian man dating women in their 20s, is in most cases, these are Nigerian men who've relocated to this country for work or study, and then they're able to date these women. So women around this age start with men around their in their culture. So it makes scamming, the scam percentage to be very, very minute, or even not existing. True love, Yes, true love does exist. It is easier for them to find true love. One, like I said to you, love is not enough for Nigerian men. There are certain things that must be tied in love. So if a Nigerian man is looking to have kids, looking for a woman who can adapt with him, grow with him, build with him fresh, and also isn't married or hasn't been married before, hasn't had kids. You see, it is easier for him to meet this lady, fall in love with her, because that love is also tied to other things that he wants. And these things, they come with age. It's no brainer. So it's important for you to understand this. So women in their 20s, 25 to 28, they are the peak age for an average Nigerian man. An average Nigerian man. Now let's go to women in their 30s. Now, women in their 30s, they are quite different from women in their 20s. The reason is that they are they can be categorized from two ends of a spectrum. For instance, the women in their 30 to 35, Nigerian men desire them, especially when these women have worked and arranged themselves. So Nigerian men, they desire women around this 30 to 35. I kid you not. You have Nigerian men who show interest in these women. Uh, some don't even want women in their 20s. They want women in their 30s, 30 to 35, because they feel these women have more understanding than some women in their 20s. Now, the point is, women around this age, they can, you can build with them. Yes. In 10 years, a woman who is 30, if you build with her, she's 40. A woman who is 40, she's still young. A woman who is 35, in 10 years, she's 45, still young. Around this age, they can have kids, they can reproduce. Around this age, they can also adapt. Most of them are fresh, and also the usage percentage for some is low. However, on the other end of the spectrum, when the woman is now getting towards 37, close to 39, the men start seeing that she's entering this menopausal age, the menopause age. And that is why, again, I repeat, most Nigerian women do give their best, see that they get married around late 20s and early 30s, because in a Nigerian society, the mindsets of most Nigerian men in selecting a partner in terms of desirability, especially women in their 30s, is that one, that lady can still have kids. The lady, they can work something with this lady, they can build with her, and also the lady is not what Nigerian men call old cargo, which we'll be talking later. So this is why I said women in their 30s, they are on two end of a spectrum, 30 to 35, yes, and then from 37 to 39, Nigerian men start getting picky. They start getting picky. However, women around this age, you see, a Nigerian man basically telling the ones around the 37, 38, 39. Some of them would tell them, look, I like you. I'm attracted to you. I like your character, but I want to be sure that you can give me kids. And that's where you see some would even tell these ladies, if you get pregnant, I will marry you. I'll come and pay your bride price. And if this lady is not guided and she's desperate, she will take in for this man. Some of them keep to their words, some of the men, some don't keep to their words. Now, the thing is that women around this age, 37 to they are 39, a lot of them meet younger men, yes, but some of them voluntarily don't go to these younger men. They rather would want to go for men from different profile, maybe a man in his 40s, men in the 50s who have a different profile. For instance, maybe the man is a widower, has kids, wasn't married, or divorced. You see, these women would show strong interest to these men, because one thing is that Nigerian women love to get married to men who are older than them or around the same age, age, because age matters. And this is why I said women in their 30s, they are on two end of the spectrum. Now, to point out age matters, in Nigeria, like this lady said, it is only in Nigeria that a man aged 35 and above will refer to a woman who is 28 or older as an old cargo. While in Nigeria, a 50-year-old man is celebrated, but a 30 years old woman is seen as an old woman. This is how it is for most Nigerian men. Most, not all, but most. Now, someone commented below, and the person said he's not wrong. 28, 29, 30 is creeping into geriatric age. 35-year-old woman is in geriatric age. 45 years old woman is in menopause. All women are born with their value and they start losing it as they age. value of a woman is at its highest in between 18 to 25. Now, you see what I told you about that 25, 28. There's the peak when most Nigerian men, not all, most Nigerian men, and this is why you have to be careful. Now, what is the scam percentage for women in their 30s? The scam percentage is minimal because Nigerian men see women in their 30s as young, especially those in the early 30s, because they can give birth and they can build with them. But as they approach 40, the age Nigerian men, start shifting interests. Once they start getting to that age, they most of women at this point they get scammed because a Nigerian man may meet a woman around that age and he expects more from her given her age. And what do I mean by expect more? He expects her one to be put together. I mean, if you're 38, you should have put your life together. You should have your own money, maybe source of income, and also experience. Basically, you shouldn't be 38 and you're behaving like Gen Z. You're behaving like somebody who is 21, 19. So they have higher expectations for these people. Although the scam range is minimal because women around this age can still have kids. You can still build with them and what have you. But notwithstanding, most Nigerian men, not all, they will show strong tendency to women around the early 30s and mid 30s in comparison to women in their late 30s. What about true love? Of course, it exists for women in their 30s. Nigerian men meet them and then they love them. That's definitely for sure. But also, you also have to look at Nigerian men of certain profile who come to these women. Like I said, the age and the profile of this Nigerian man. So these things, they are characteristics in terms of age and dating with a Nigerian man. And then the last point for today are women in their 40s. So this is the cautious age when you're dealing with a Nigerian man. This is the age where you have to question everything a Nigerian man tells you because 90% of the time you will meet Nigerian men who are either around the same age with you and most of the time younger than you. So this is why you approach this age, when you are around this age, you approach relationship with a Nigerian man with caution. Now, when you get to this age, you need to be very watchful when you're having anything to do with a Nigerian man. Now, I'm not saying there are no sincere Nigerian men who come from women in their 40s, but when they come to you, you always should ask yourself, why me? Because the truth is, some women around this age are either single by divorce, maybe they had a long relationship, it didn't work, and a lot of them are left with kids. So in this case, they are single mothers. And I am not trying to bash you when I tell you that we have a society or culture that stigmatizes single mothers, divorced women, and women at a certain age who are not married. They are stigmatized. And so when you see a Nigerian man coming to you and telling you every nice thing, it's good, it's nice, but the first thing you want to do is to bring out your gadgets and start researching. Okay, who is this guy? Especially he's in his 30s. Who is this guy telling me all these things? Is he married? Does he have family? Now, the moment he says his interest in you, you have to try to understand who he is before you fall for it. Do all your information, and when you see that the coast is clear, get on to it. Now, why do you have to do your information? You have to do your information because a lot of them are coming to you because of what they can get from you. It's not because they desire you. Now, when I talk about desirability, I'm not saying you're not good looking or you're not good in terms of appearance. But when I talk about desirability, I'm talking about what the Nigerian man wants in marriage. A lot of them may not come to you because they know you, at that age it is difficult to give them that, but they may come to you because of what they can get from you. So again, desirability depends on the age of the man and his profile. So you see Nigerian men around this age, 40s, 50s, and 60, they will be the ones desiring you more, you know. But again, it is difficult to find a Nigerian man 40s, 50s, and 60s who is not married. So you are left with Nigerian men who are in their 30s. So the truth is, will a Nigerian man who is in his 30s does he really want to do something serious with a woman in her 40s who maybe can't give him kids? It's a question you basically need to ask yourself, because the truth is, when you can't give some of them kids, it's spells doom to the end of the whole relationship. And that's why you need to be careful. In terms of scam probability, the scam probability, yes, is there. It is high. It's high because if you're in your 40s, you're most likely going to meet men younger than you. And sometimes you can't give these men kids. So a lot of them are not coming because they desire you. A lot of them are coming because of what they get from you. So this eventually will lead to scam. A lot of them, not all. You have some of them who maybe made children when they were younger and they didn't marry. So they've got kids. They don't want kids anymore. And they meet you and they fall in love and they just want to be with you because you tick the boxes. Now they don't desire to have kids, so you meet other needs, so they are with you because they have ticked that box of having kids. But it is dangerous when you're with one who hasn't had kids, so the scam probability in that case will be very high. What about true love? Well, true love again depends on the profile of a Nigerian man you with. So if a Nigerian man in his 50s meets you, of course, he might love you. A Nigerian man in his 30s might meet you and he loves you, yes, but you can't give him certain things he desires. And at the end of the day, he may leave you because of that. So when you get to this age of 40, in your 40s, I beg your pardon, you need to approach relationship with Nigerian men with extreme caution. Like you have to be very, very cautious because a lot of them who are coming to you would have a different profile or younger than you because it's difficult to meet the ones older than you. They are all married with family. Even if they come to you, they just want to have a good time and go. So you will mostly meet the ones who are younger than you or around the same age, but they have kids. And you have to know, okay, what is the true situation of this guy? So is it truly coming to me because he loves me or what he can get from me? So we'll handle the next age group or grade in the next video. Until then, if you got a question, I beg your pardon, you can write me on hometruth86 at gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. One Nigeria. Peace out.